To the show, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
So, Cameron, recently I made an announcement
What?
about, giving away books.
Yes.
And, wow. I got a lot of DMs
The
on my
response was big?
Oh, it was like 30 people already.
Oh, no.
So, if I post the book, like book-free book giveaway, I get more DMs, but I already have like so many.
That's great.
Isn't it wonderful? And it's interesting that there are constantly new listeners coming on board to Power English. And I just want to say welcome, welcome.
Yes.
And even if you don't understand everything, especially for those people who are struggling to understand everything, you really need to study with the book.
Yeah, totally.
Okay? So if you've missed my announcement, join me on Instagram at The Kristen Cho, TheKristenCho, and send me a DM.
That's it. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
We have great fans that have been here with us for
a long time.
So long.
Yeah. Right.
And that is its own type of amazing.
Absolutely.
But to have new people constantly coming in.
Yeah. I had one listener who actually said she's going to try Power English from Easy English. So she's making that jump.
Leveling
which
up.
is great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to at some point, right?
That's it. Okay. So we have a daily life dialogue today, catching up with an old friend. Let's exchange numbers. Oh, this is a great expression. Let's exchange numbers. When do you use this expression?
When you want to date somebody.
Yeah.
No, when you meet somebody you haven't seen in a long time, or maybe you meet someone new that you want to contact again.
Sure.
Let's exchange numbers is a great way to, although I feel like people don't exchange numbers anymore.
True. Like let's exchange Instagram or like social media accounts.
We'll say let's exchange socials. And that's whatever social media you use.
Yeah.
Or I guess, in Korea you use the yellow messaging app, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So you would use that name. Let's exchange. Yeah, you would use that.
Yes, Coco.
Yeah, not Coco, but similar to Coco.
Okay. All right. Here are some expressions that we're going to cover. Stay in touch.
That means that you are contacting each other on a regular basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Draw, D-R-A-W, on something.
This means you are using a source in a way that is beneficial to you.
Okay.
So it can be drawing on knowledge or drawing on a connection, someone that you know.
Okay. How about go up against?
This means you're fighting something.
No.
You are competing or in other ways like doing something in opposition to something else.
Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue.
I'm really sorry we didn't stay in touch. We always had so much fun together.
Yeah. Remember the 2 summers we worked as lifeguards at the swimming pool?
How could I forget? You used to beat me in swimming races every day.
I still draw on those memories whenever I go up against a cocky attorney.
I hate for this conversation to end, but I have to pick up my kids at soccer practice.
Then let's exchange numbers so we can have dinner together with our spouses.
Let's begin the dialogue. Jason says, I'm really sorry we didn't stay in touch. We always had so much fun together. When he's saying I'm really sorry, is he really saying I'm sorry? Like 미안해?
I don't know.
Like that kind of sorry?
If it's miane as much as like a
regret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he regrets that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not an apology. It's kind of like, I wish I had.
Yeah. It's too bad that we didn't stay in touch.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with this I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Oh, it's too bad that happened.
Yes.
You're not apologizing. Stay in touch.
Yes. Stay in touch means that you are contacting, communicating with each other on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be an everyday thing. Maybe a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Maybe even once a year, to be honest.
Well, that's like my best friend back home. We stay in touch maybe 4 times a year.
Yeah.
I mean, because I have, we're working moms. We're so busy. We have a time difference. But my feelings for her has never changed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think depending on the type of relationship, staying in touch has a different time length.
Right.
So if it's friends from high school, your school days, maybe once, twice a year.
Yeah, maybe a few years.
Yeah.
Every 2 years.
If it's a business relationship, though, I think it would actually be shorter.
Yeah.
Like if you only talk to like someone from another company once a year.
Sure. Or even once every 2 years.
Yeah. I would say
okay.
That's not keeping in touch enough.
Okay. All right. So to stay in touch really depends on that person or that relationship. Petra says, remember the 2 summers we worked as lifeguards at the swimming pool? Oh, so they worked part-time as lifeguards.
Yeah.
Now, in Korea too, they have lifeguards. But I mean, this is really strict in the States to have lifeguards at swimming pools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe more than...
Maybe a little bit more. But whereas, no, I think in Korea too, I see more and more lifeguards. But this is a really big deal, especially for a place like Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think, where I'm from in Arkansas, we don't have a lot of swimming.
Right.
I guess the swimming pool we did have that. But I mean, in LA, even your beaches have lifeguards.
Baywatch. Baywatch, lifeguards. Hello, it's real. It's real. They're not as beautiful and handsome, but anyway,
some of them are.
Some of them.
Yeah.
What does Jason say?
How could I forget? You used to beat me in swimming races every day.
Now, this expression, "How could I forget?"
Yes,
is actually our power pattern. Is this a question? How?
No, it's not.
Oh.
So Petra sets this up with, remember the time we did this. So she's trying to bringing back an old memory they have together.
Right.
And Jace is saying, how could I forget? It's another way of saying, I remember completely. Like it is still fresh in my mind because maybe he thinks about it a lot.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
How could I forget? It's so vivid in my mind. It's so like I will never forget. That's basically what he's saying.
Right.
So Petra was a good swimmer. She used to beat him. And Petra says, I still draw on those memories whenever I go up against a cocky attorney.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of difficult. First of all, to draw on those memories.
Yes.
So when we think of draw, we think of 그림 그리다 or 그리다, right? Like you draw something.
Yes.
But this is draw on something.
Right.
Yeah.
So this draw is actually not with art.
Yes.
It's another word for to pool.
Pool.
So if you think like an old time well, when you had to get water, you threw a bucket
into the well.
And you drew water. You pulled on that bucket, on the rope, to get water out of that well. Because it's something you were going to use. You were going to drink the water, right?
It's like drawing oil from under the ground.
Right.
Okay.
You're pulling on that to get it out. In the same way, she's using the memory to pull something out that she can use.
Got it.
So these memories, she remembers beating Jason at the swimming races.
Right.
So she's using that as confidence. She's drawing on those memories to get confidence.
Okay. Whenever I go up against a cocky attorney.
Yes.
So attorney is a lawyer, another word for lawyer. Cocky, C-O-C-K-Y is a real fun word. A cocky attorney means what?
They are a confident attorney, but cocky means that they are overly confident.
Yeah.
Or they may be properly confident, but they just have a really bad personality.
Kind of a bad attitude.
Yeah. Like you can be confident, but when you're just like, gosh, I just hate being around this person.
Yeah.
They're just too confident.
Yes.
And they like to show it to everybody.
Show it off.
That's being cocky.
Okay. So when Petra goes up against this kind of person.
So to go up against means to oppose, to do something that is like a battle or a fight or a competition with that person. So think of a courtroom, there are two lawyers, one on each side,
right.
and they go up against each other.
Yes. And Jason says, he has to go. He has to pick up his kids at the soccer practice. And Petra finally says, let's exchange numbers so that we can have dinner with our spouses.
Yes.
So that's a nice way to end the conversation.
Yeah.
Let's exchange numbers.
Yeah.
Give me your number.
Give me your number.
Yeah. What's your social?
Instead of let's trade numbers,
yes.
which I sometimes hear from English learners, we would say exchange numbers.
Very good. Let's listen to that dialogue one more time.
I'm really sorry we didn't stay in touch. We always had so much fun together.
Yeah. Remember the 2 summers we worked as lifeguards at the swimming pool?
How could I forget? You used to beat me in swimming races every day.
I still draw on those memories whenever I go up against a cocky attorney.
I hate for this conversation to end, but I have to pick up my kids at soccer practice.
Then let's exchange numbers so we can have dinner together with our spouses.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 142 and 3. Stay in touch means to keep in contact with another person.
Yes.
Have you stayed in touch with your high school friends?
Only John and Sandra.
Okay, have you stayed in touch with your high school friends?
I've stayed in touch with one friend. No,
Yeah.
I take that back.
Oh.
The most commonly contacted person, just one. But recently I got back into contact with another friend.
Okay.
He came to Korea all of a sudden.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, from Arkansas?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So get this. He's a professional poker player.
Really?
And there was a poker tournament in Seoul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he came to play.
That is so random.
No, yeah, he's like really rich. Like, he's so rich now from poker. It's
really
crazy. But that's all in college. We went to high school together in the same college.
Yeah. He used to play poker at that time?
He just played poker in college. He didn't go to class.
Really?
Yeah. We all thought he was just going to not do anything with his life.
Yeah.
And he became he goes to the World Series of Poker every year.
Wow.
So now we keep in touch. Now we stay in touch.
Wow. I guess that's one way to make money. Poker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You see, there's no one way to make money.
No.
I will stay in touch with all of my I still stay in touch with all of my ex-girlfriends.
Oh.
Ooh, is that a good idea? To stay in touch with your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend? I think it depends. But
I think one or two of them, maybe.
Maybe.
All of them?
It's a little tricky.
That would be tough.
Yeah, that would be tough.
That would be very tough.
I think you could stay in touch with like a fling, like a summer love, like really cute.
Yeah.
And you can be friends. But if it was a serious relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, I don't think I could stay in touch.
I don't stay in touch. I've tried it and it doesn't work.
Oh, I don't stay in touch. No. Draw on something, which means to pull from.
Yes.
To access, to use something in a good way. How can the president stop gas prices from rising?
He'll have to draw on the National Gasoline Reserves.
What is the National Gasoline Reserves?
So countries, they're afraid that they may not get gasoline all of a sudden.
Right.
Think about it. It has to come from different countries.
Right.
So they usually keep basically a big bank, a big storage amount
of gasoline.
And we call that the National Gasoline Reserves.
So it's it's there. It's
if
like a
you need
savings.
it.
Yeah, if you need it. Don't use it all the time. If you need it in emergency.
Yes, and when you use it, you say you draw on the reserves.
Okay. We drew on our collective strength and moved the tree off of Sam's leg.
So they used their strength together.
Yeah.
One person couldn't do it.
Right.
But if they worked as a group, they could get that tree off of Sam's leg.
Yeah, I love watching those videos where there's a stranded dolphin or stranded, sea creature, animal, and the whole village comes together. They draw on their strength, and put them back to sea.
Oh, like they're on the beach?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's
I'm like,
always-
oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. And then when finally they go into the water, it's a moment of truth.
So true, yeah.
Love those videos.
So you can draw on your experience.
Draw on your experience.
You can draw on your knowledge.
On your knowledge. Very good. Yeah. Draw on your memories.
Yes.
Like we learned in the dialogue. And you know, I can't travel. I love adventure travel.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not in a position to, fly off to some remote island somewhere. So I draw on my travel memories a lot.
Oh, just yeah, I
do.
guess so. Your memories of that can really help you to get
does.
through, stressful or busy times.
And if I can't go, I can think about those memories.
Totally.
And I'm so glad that I did that. Okay. If you go up against, it means to face a competition.
Yeah, you're competing against someone.
That's right. Are you the lawyer who went up against organized crime and won?
Yep, but I'm a judge now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lawyer going up against the mafia.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's a common movie thing, right?
Yeah. Before you go up against the Falcons, watch videos of their last 5 games. So now we're talking about competitive sports.
Yes. Yeah. So any place where you would compete or fight, you would say go up against.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it is most commonly used in like the court.
Yeah.
In any type of sports game.
I don't go up against anyone. There's no reason to. Do you?
No.
No. I mean, what reason do we have to go up against someone?
Well, I think if we went up against someone, I would just lose probably. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Have you ever been in a relationship and you kind of like try and fight with the person?
Oh, sure.
I'm the type of person, I don't remember the bad things. Like I know they did something bad, but I can't remember what it was. So anytime I try to go up against someone, I have no proof. I can't fight anyone.
Oh, it's so cute.
My memory's bad with that.
Yeah, I'm not a good fighter either.
No.
So I just try to stay out. Okay. How could I forget means, wow, I could never forget that.
I remember clearly.
Yeah. It's your birthday? How could I forget?
How could I forget? You were the star player on the basketball team. I remember you being
that.
good at basketball.
That's right. Cocky is a good word. Do check out the definition on page 144. And let's thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원회에서 취입과 승진을 위한 토익 스피킹 응시권을 드립니다.
Thank you so much. And check